Hi everyone, this is a video on my air system that's been requested using Evolution Aqua 95. See the specs there, it's 95 litres a minute, 6 amps, it's very quiet, it's on a shelf there, a little bit of foam just to stop the vibration, comes out of a rubber bung, and then it's 21.5mm overflow pipe. This is solvent weld, so this is all solvent welded. It's one full ring all the way around the fish room. There's no dead ends, no empty valves, it's all the way around, one big ring. The taps that I use, the plastic taps from Amazon. Just moved it a bit closer for you. Get them on Amazon, quite cheap. Just plastic ones. I drill a 6mm hole in the PVC and then squeeze them in so they're a tight fit. You don't want any air gaps, it'll start leaking. Use a little bit of wood at the bottom and a little mallet, just give them a gentle knock. Then once they're in, you can push them in. It will hurt your fingers, you probably want to do about 10 a day because your finger won't be able to take it. Unless you come up with a little gadget you can use. I never found it. A few joints there, so pipes only come in like 2.5 to 3 metre lengths, I think it was. So got a couple little joins in, and the brackets on the wall, just keeping it tight. So the air lines go to every single tank, all individually filtered using air. Got a couple of power filters as well, a couple of sponge filters, but it's mainly now the HMFs. So the air lines come down. I don't know if you've seen the other videos, but I have them on taps. So all my taps up there are all on full blast. So when I'm cleaning or maintaining them, or I want to reduce the flow on a certain tank, I'm not going up there fiddling around, coming down here seeing which one's turned off, which one's not turned off. So it's a lot easier to just cut your lines, put a tap on every single one. So they're always on full blast and you can adjust them just here, it's a lot easier. The air pump wasn't the cheapest of things. I've been through 3 or 4 air pumps. I've had high blow, Blagden Coyer 60. I've had the Halia piston pump. I've had another Halia 60 diaphragm pump. They last a year, 2 years. I bought them second hand. They don't last long. Come in here, the last thing you want to do is come in here and find it all silent. I've had this running constantly from brand new, 2 years, just over 2 years now. Never changed the diaphragm. It's quiet and there's more than enough air. I'm bleeding off a lot of air here as well, just from when I've got my fry tubs going with the eggs in. I've also had another rack here for tanks. There was a rack here before I put a bench with another 15 or 20 odd taps, which are no longer needed, so they're just bleeding air now, just to release pressure from my air pump. So it's 95 litres a minute, so it's a lot of air. Like I said, they're not the cheapest of things, but they're absolutely brilliant. Really quiet. If I stand here, you can't hardly hear it. I'll just try and listen. And you pay for what you get. You buy a cheap air pump, you spend thousands of pounds on your tanks, your fish. Fish aren't cheap, 50, 60 quid each, into the hundreds of pounds each. That's why I spend £45, £50 on a cheap air pump. And you've got really nice groups of fish, you don't want to be scrimping on the life support machine. So with that one air pump I'm running 42 tanks. A couple of them have got doubles in there, like the big ones have got double uplifts, plus a sponge filter as well. In that corner, I've got sponge filters in there, as well as the HMF. I've got the fry tubs over on there. I've got all the tubs on there, so I'm probably running, air stone wise, probably about 60, 65. And then I was running probably another 20 on top of that, so it could do up to 80, 85. Quite easily with excess air, enough for all your fry racks. So I always go one bigger Because when you start adding tanks, you're going to need that much more air. So get the biggest one you can get, or you need. And as you add tanks on, it doesn't matter because you know your reservoir's got that much air left, so you can carry on using that. Whilst you're going to be buying another air pump, and it's just another cost, and it might not fit your pipe right, and you've got to redo the whole lot. So get one that's got plenty of air. So if I wanted to put another rack up on here, I'll literally just twist that. You can hear all the air coming out. Still loads of air left, so I can have another rack here if I wanted to, but I don't. So I'll just literally have a few air lines there bleeding off, just air into the room, just to release the pressure. So I don't want it putting back pressure on my pump, because that's when you start damaging diaphragms, and it'll become a lot noisier and get warm as well. But yeah, that's it. I'll put the link in the description when I'm finished, for the air pump and the pipe. Any more questions, just give me a shout. Right, cheers.